Hello everybody, welcome to the Chartradar presentation, Chartradar platform presentation. Today I'll show you something very interesting, the power of fair value gaps, of ICT fair value gaps. Because I assembled a very simple strategy based on ICT fair value gaps on my fair value gap indicator. And I'll show you a little bit optics now. This is the indicator. Why the heck we have so many overlapping boxes here, okay? That's the question, okay? And so big boxes and they're appearing, disappearing. So, okay, let's take a look at the configuration panel. F3, you can press F3, okay? So you have several values here, the period, and this for now we forget. This is the most important value here, okay? Now it's 8. It's the time frame steps quantity. Time frame multiplier quantity. It means following thing. You can have fair value gaps on your base time frame, like in this case 4 hour maybe, okay? But you can also have fair value gaps on 8, 12 daily candle fair value gaps. The algorithm would not see this as a fair value gap because it analyzes only 3 candles, okay? Now what I did is I'm interpolating time frames from a base time frame by a multiplier, the integer value, like a full number value, multiplied by this value, like when the multiplier would be 2, I would be on an 8-hour chart in this case, because now I'm on a 4-hour chart. And when the multiplier would be 3, I would be on a 12-hour chart, okay? So now the multiplier is 8, so when I'm on the, let's say, a 1-hour chart, I see fair value gaps which are on the 8-hour chart, basically, okay? And they are overlapping with fair value gaps of lower time frames. Therefore, you have these several boxes. They are appearing. When I go over the time, then they are appearing. And when they are disappearing, this is exactly the moment when they become touched. Okay, boom. So, and this triggers a signal. I built a very simple strategy only based on fair value gaps. Okay, I have the ATR indicator implemented for getting some more like data, a price value range, price range, where to enter, where to exit. I will explain the strategy briefly now. Okay, so when you press F5, you come to the node editor, and you can see here already win rate 93%. with only 5% roll on and 55% gain in more than, let's say, nearly 2 months, okay? 50 days. So what do? I have my indicator, my fair value gap indicator, and I measure the size of the gaps to enter. Okay, they need to have a minimum size because I don't want to enter any fair value gap. I just want to take the big ones. So therefore I use the ATR multiplier here. The ATR multiplied by 1.5 needs to be smaller than the absolute difference of the high and low of the gap. Okay. And also it triggers a signal, the bearish and the bullish signal. So the signal is my entry, those are my exit signal. Okay, just for the entry I prefer to have this minimum size gap size, and the same for the long entry. Some general conditions to avoid some chaos. I can explain later in a personal chat if you like, if you want. I have again my stop loss ATR multiplier, which indicates or which says that my stop loss needs to be like in the point of 3 times my multiplier, blah blah blah, some calculations. Same, I have a risk filter that when the ATR, because the ATR is a volatility index, is too big, I don't join the trade. Simply don't join the trade to reduce risk. I can measure, backtest this also. And so I have my leverage of 3 I can play around with. Oh, you see, 3 times, 2x, 4. So, and then I have some other exit conditions that I don't exit on too low prices, that I exit on higher or lower prices of the entries, depending on the short or long position. And that's it, okay? Very simple strategy. And now I will run it through several coins, which I picked in Hyperliquid. Every coin is, I think it's more than 5 million 24-hour volume. And we see the results now. Okay, now the leverage is 6. It's quite high. I will pull it down to 3. I think it's better. It's more human. Okay. So you see, even with this leverage of 6, you have 50% gain, 70% gain, and only 30% drawdown with a win rate of 72, basically 71. So you see, this is a very promising indicator and a very promising concept, the fair value gap itself. Let's check the 2-hour chart. You will have similar results because I lowered the leverage now. We have similar results, but you see you have like less drawdowns and you have a lot of green here, you know, a lot of green results. And you see 50% up and only 15% drawdown, more than 17% win rate. Let's check the 4-hour chart, leverage of 3. On Hyperliquid you can only have full number in like integer leverages. You cannot have 2.5 or something, no. And oh, my cat is so sweet. It's meowing. What's going on, my dear? Huh? Oh, yeah. Okay, just shut up. Let me talk. So, and I wanted to show you this, basically the interpolation functionality, and I wish you a decent day in this trading journey and a decent voyage, and protect your capital and have fun trading. If you don't protect your capital, at least have some fun. And you know what I mean. Take care of yourself and give me a chat. Come into my chat, my Telegram group, and talk to me, and I can explain you the bot a little bit if you like, and we can develop strategies together. And I have a very cozy community there. And well, yeah. So in this sense, I leave you some. This is Bible. Okay. I leave you some screens here. What did I see here? XLM. And in this sense, take care and make the best of the day. Okay. Bye.